So, Hellboy. Boy. So, I got done watching Hellboy. Oh my god. Now, I love the first two Hellboy movies. I like the second one even a bit more than the first one. Ron Perlman, all the directing and just the action and the world building and the characters. I love those two movies. When I really wanted them to do a third one, it kept on going in and out through Guillermo del Toro, and it never happened, which I was quite disappointed by. So we have a remake, and I actually really enjoyed the trailers for this movie. Does the film succeed up to those trailers? I can tell you why. I can tell you something. No, it doesn't. I'm sorry. This movie is bad. I don't think it's awful. I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's god-awful. I do think it's a bad movie. This is so disappointing. Okay, now let's get into my favorite part about this movie. David Hellboy, great. He's excellent. He's wonderful in this movie. He fits with the comedy, the action, the dramatic parts. The makeup is great for him. He's very funny, extremely likable, and it's overall just fun to see him on screen. The next great thing about this movie is the makeup. Some of the makeup is very good. There's makeup for like the Baba Yaga is fantastic. Some of the makeup for Hellboy is also very good, as I mentioned. Some of the CGI also looks very cool. It may not look as good as the older movies. Very sad because this movie came out 11 years after the second one, but it still looks cool nonetheless. And some of the action is cool. Now, there's not that much action in the film, which can make the film boring, because when we get into our negatives, oh boy. Now, this movie, so this movie runs only 2 hours and 1 minute. I stopwatched this freaking thing. The movie's only an hour and 48 minutes without credits. It gets boring because most of this movie is just people sitting, talking, giving explanation, arguing, telling jokes, or in brief scenes, fighting monsters. Fighting monster scenes are pretty cool. There's a really entertaining 2.5 minute fight scene in the first 35 minutes of the movie with these three giants, which a lot of people have praised for the best action scene in the film. The finale of the film is a lot of fun to me. There's this big giant pig monster coming out at Hellboy, and he has to fight him. It's 4 solid minutes. It's a lot of fun to watch. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And some of the characters can be witty and likable, and some okay charisma. Now, all those things I just mentioned can either be great, only 2 things about this movie are great, okay, or just plain entertaining. The rest of this film, I just think is plain bad. Now, the worst thing about this film is the villain. I despise the villain in this movie. She is pretty much as bad as a villain as the X-Men Dark Phoenix villain. And that's saying a lot. A lot. And then some of the CGI is unbelievably, noticeable and just not convincing at all. When the demons show up, I'm not saying the CGI is bad, but it looks very noticeably as CGI. Let's talk about the violence, because this movie for sure should be rated R. There's a lot of blood cussing in the film. Some of it by David Hellboy is funny. When he cracks jokes using vile cuss words, it can be funny, or without cuss words, it's funny. All the people, this is kind of the entire movie to me. This movie feels like it was made by a teenager who's trying to impress all his friends, who thinks he's lame, to make a 2-hour movie to show him how ex-core he is. And they're gonna be like, oh shoot, yo, this guy's so cool. Because all these people are cussing, there's so much blood, people are getting torn out and ripped apart and heads chopped off and sliced off, and like branches going through giants' heads and cursing and a lot of stuff like that. Oh, this is so cool. Like that, like those gangsters on the street crap. And all the blood in the film. Very gory. In that giant fight, there's a scene where Hellboy picks up a branch and a giant's like falling down. He lifts the branch and sticks it all the way up the giant's head, like that. It's very gory. When the demons show up, he like slices his head, like razor hand into like this guy's head. He rips this guy. He picks this guy up and rips him from his legs down. If you've seen the movie Terrifier, you probably know what I'm talking about. There's very bloody stuff in the film. But again, it just feels like people will be like, oh shoot, look at this R-rated superhero movie. Oh my god. Have you seen Deadpool, Deadpool 2, Logan? Those movies have great acting, great storytelling, and just great uses of that stuff. Because Deadpool, they use it for comedy, but it pays off. In the R-rated stuff, like in Deadpool, in the first Deadpool, in the final action scene, Deadpool chops off a guy's head and kicks it as a soccer ball. That is funny stuff. In this movie, they're just like doing blood just to have blood. And some of the music choices are very odd in the film, because they're just like, well, this is getting too boring and dark. Let's have some classy rock music. Yeah. Okay. Some of the characters just become like very dumb and unlikable in the film. The film just is very oddly paced. It goes from like fun, kind of fun, kind of entertaining, energetic stuff to slow boring talking to exposition to character montages, flashbacks. Oh boy, flashbacks! I swear to God. Almost every single character in this film, there's a flashback for them. It's like in that Day of the Dead, House of the Dead, yeah. That like 2005 horror movie, House of the Dead, in the opening where they just like freeze black flame on the character and it tells you something about them. It may not happen when you first introduced to the character, but it happens. And it just gets old. I'm sorry. So, there's my review on Hellboy 2019. I'm going to give it a D+. It's not a good movie at all. Some entertaining fight scenes, great performance by David Harbour, great makeup, some likable characters. The rest is just plain bad to awful. D+. I definitely wasted $17, but it's fine. Add into my Hellboy collection. So if you are a Hellboy fan, don't check this out. Please don't. So yeah, share, comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.